Hi darlings, and welcome back to Pass or Smash, new makeup edition. Let me scoot over. Okay, so here on Pass or Smash, we talk about new makeup releases, primarily indie brand launches, and we decide if we want to pass, as in buy bitch, or smash, add to cart. So let's talk about the goodies. I'm sorry, I'm running a little bit late this week, but it is what it is. Some weeks it be like that, and it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Okay, so let's talk about the new releases. It's not too crazy of a week, so let's just jump right into it. Now remember, I always put any information I can find in the description box for you, including any codes I can find. So if I can save you some coins, I will. And remember, if we don't have to buy it, we don't have to buy anything, okay? We don't have to buy everything. And just because we like it doesn't mean we need to buy it, right? Right? That's for me. So let's talk about it. So ItsBel Cosmetics, well, here has a new collection. This is called the Under the Full Moon collection, and they've been teasing this for a few weeks now. So the collection has two parts. There are 3 non-sticky formulated lip glosses. Those are here. It's like pinks and like berries. And then there's also a 12-pan eyeshadow palette. So the eyeshadow palettes here, there are 7 mattes, and those are like blues and grays. And then there are 5 shimmers, which are primarily like golds, silvers, and blues. Here. Now, I have never tried ItsBel's lip glosses. I really enjoy their palettes, and I actually have... Do I have Pixie Grove in front of me? Hold on. I do have, welcome back. I do have a couple of palettes from them, but I do have their latest launch, their last launch, which was Pixie Grove, and that one's here. I really like this palette, and this is not getting sidetracked. This will make sense in just a minute, okay? So this is a Pixie Grove. Love this palette. Love this. I could see myself panning this palette. Love this palette. So the reason I mention that is because the new palette has the same format as this, okay? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 and 6, but so this new palette looks a lot like the Silent Night palette from Gourmand Girls to me. So if you already have that palette, do I think you need this palette? No. Do I like it? I do like it. I've not tried their lip gloss formula, so I can't vouch for how that is. They are $15 each. And this palette is $32 for 12 pans. And they're, like I said, 5 shimmers, 7 mattes. There will be a bundle available for $60 that includes all 3 lip glosses and the eyeshadow palette. And that is going to be launching on February 29th at 7 p.m. AST, which is Atlantic Standard Time. I did look that up, by the way, because my ignorant ass right in the next time zone was like, what do you mean AST? What is that? Yeah, over my head. The reason I mentioned Pixie Grove is that there will be a BFF, a Best Friends bundle available for the Pixie Grove palette and the new palette Under the Full Moon, okay? So that palette will be, that bundle will be $64 for both palettes, but Pixie Grove is on pre-order until April. So I don't think you'll get it until April if you order the BFF bundle, okay? It is not a limited edition launch, so you don't have to worry about rushing out to get it. Don't feel like you're gonna miss out. The FOMO doesn't really apply to this. They will continue bringing this back as long as there's demand for it, okay? So I'm gonna say smash. I think it's pretty. I do not have the Gourmand Girls version. Am I gonna buy it? I don't think so. I don't know, maybe? Not right now, though. I have enough palettes to catch up on, but I'm going to say smash. I think it's cute. I am curious about their lip gloss formula, so I kind of want to look around and see like how it compares to other people's, but I think it's cute. We're going to say smash. And please disregard the fact that my Peace Lily looks like crap. I need to repot it. It needs love. I know it needs love. It's okay. The fact that it survived this long is a fucking miracle. Let's not pretend it's not. Okay. Moving on to the next launch, Glaminatrix has a new palette. This is the Pretty in Pastels palette here. And this has 20 pans. So let's see, there are 8 mattes or 8 shimmers on the top 2 rows there. and there are 12 mattes. And I actually have thoughts about this. So this is called Pretty in Pastels, right? But it's not like a normal, this isn't what I was thinking it was gonna be. This kind of looks like a Blend Bunny palette to me. Hear me out. So on the bottom row there, you have the darkest shades, okay? You have dark shades that correspond with the pastels that are in the top, okay? Then you have a row of almost mid-tones. And then you have a row of actual pastels. And then you have 2 rows of shimmers. And I find myself looking at this going, why is this called Pretty in Pastels? I don't get the name. I think it's pretty. I think it's a very cool springtime palette, but I don't know that I would necessarily call this palette strictly pastels. I don't even think, maybe half this palette is pastels. Really, like the pastel mattes are in the middle there. And then the shimmers, like those are shimmers. Can you call the shimmers like pastel shimmers? Do you see my conundrum? At what point does a shimmer become a pastel or just a light shimmer? Like, what are we talking here? I know this is my like analytical, like Virgo brain coming out and just going too many tangents, right? Do I think it's pretty? Yes. I like that you have 4 rows. Okay. Don't kill me for this, but this palette looks like the houses from Harry Potter. Okay. I haven't heard anybody say this yet. But it looks like the houses of Harry Potter, right? You have 4 rows or 4 columns, 5 rows, okay? So you have 4 columns, right? And you have Gryffindor and Ravenclaw and Slytherin and Hufflepuff. And that's just what it looks like to me. Like, maybe that's just me. But, yeah. That's all I can look at. When I look at this, that's all I can see. Now the shimmers look really beautiful. So this palette is going to be, how much is it? $43. And it is launching March 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna say pass on this palette. All I see is Harry Potter, and that's fine. I really enjoyed the books and the movies, but I'm gonna say pass on it. I like the tones. I think it's pretty. I feel like they could have edited down a little bit to be a 16 pan or added an additional row of pastels to make it more pastel to fit the theme more. I don't know. I do think it's pretty. I would pick it up on a sale, but no, I'm probably not going to buy it. So we're going to say pass. Okay. Now with this collection, they're finally launching those lip and cheek flushes that they had talked about before. This is a new category for Glaminatrix. So there are, how many shades? I forgot to write down, but I think there are 5 shades of this. They're $25 each, or $25 Australian each. So I think that equates to about 20 bucks American, but or US dollars, but I could be confused. I could be wrong about that, but, or you can get all of them for $100. So I'm not going to buy these either. This kind of product does not appeal to me. I don't like multi-use products. I'm not that person. Lip and cheek, I don't know. The formulas, you guys know. If you've been here before, you already know what I'm going to say. And you know why I don't like it. So I'm going to say pass to both. Would I pick up pastels down the road? Yeah, maybe. But like I said, I just see Harry Potter in it. So pass. Okay, so BeautyBay has 3 new palettes, all with the same theme. So the Smoky palettes are here, which is Smoky is S-M-O-K-Y or is it S-M-O-K-E-Y? I just think of Smokey the Bear and that's what comes to mind. Is E-Y, is that one of those, like, what are they called? Like the vortexing or whatever, what is it called? Where everybody in the public has like a different view than what it actually is. Is that one of those corporate gaslight things? Okay. So there are 3 palettes here. There's a 9 pan, which is all mattes, and that's like the whites and blacks and grays here. There's a 16 pan, my personal favorite, here. And this has mattes and shimmers. So whereas the 9 pan has all mattes, this has mattes and shimmers. And again, it's whites, grays, blacks, even like those like taupey kind of shimmers or pewter type shades, and some silvers in the 16 pan. And then you expand on that with the 42 pan, which I know sounds like that's so many shades. But it also includes browns. So I have thoughts on this release, and here's why. So when are they going to release a grunge palette? I personally, I would like to see their version of the Bailey Sarian palette. Okay, maybe in a 20 pan. Can we get a 20 pan? That's what I want to see. I want to see their version, because if you're going to call this the Smoky palette, right? Firstly, if you already have color pops up in smoke, do you need this? Probably not. You probably don't. That was only a 9 pan, but I do like this. I like the 16 pan, but I just kind of feel like it's a missed opportunity, right? To not include, like, I don't know about you, but I make other eyeshadow looks with like more than like smoky eye looks with more than just charcoals and black colors. And, you know, I don't know. It feels like kind of a missed opportunity for me. Would I buy it? Yes, I would. I would say smash to the 16 pan only. 9 pans of mattes and that is too small, and 42 pans is too big, but 16 pans is just right. But I would like to see from this. So we're going to say smash to the 16 pan and pass to the other two. But I just kind of want a 20 pan grunge color story. Kind of like take the Wilderness palette, but then go grunge with it. And you get like those deeper mustard yellows and like those olivey greens. And I don't know, it feels kind of like a missed opportunity. Maybe some like deeper, smokier eggplant colors. Like that, those combinations would be amazing. But I feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity here. So anyway, I am glad that they're expanding on their permanent line, because this is part of their permanent line. But I'm not going to run out to buy it. But next time I place a BeautyBay order, I would pick up the 16 pan and add it to my collection. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Duh. Okay. So moving along. Along the same lines as this, Mooncat has bundled some of their existing nail polish shades here into what they're calling the Everyday Armor collection. So there's textured pewters, a black shade, a deep purple, and then some of those like glittery kind of metallics. Like I said, these are existing shades that are bundled. So if this is something that you would want, just look at your collection first. If you have any Mooncat shadows, and see if maybe you already have some of these. I definitely have that all black shade, but this is a pass for me. I think it's cool, but I'm garbage at doing my nails, and I don't need to buy more nail polish. And if I do, it's going to be like a special single color. It doesn't need to be like all of this, you know? So, pass. Okay. I don't know anything about the next brand, okay? I've never tried them, but I guess it's by a makeup artist. So CXC Beauty has a new release, and this is called the Out of Luck palette here. Now, there are 21 shades of greens, grays, silvers, charcoals, black, and some kind of like champagne-y shimmer type shades. So 21 shades, $59. And for me, this is going to be a pass. I think it's cute. It reminds me of something that I've seen before. And maybe it's just because my brain is like, oh, that kind of looks like the Earthly palette from BeautyBay, like that 16 pan. Maybe it looks like that a little bit to me because of the greens. But this, as much as I love greens, I don't need this. So we're going to say pass on it. But I'm curious about the formula. I've never tried this brand. If you've tried CXC Beauty, will you let me know? I don't know if it's supposed to be like sexy, you know, like CXC. I could see that. But yeah. And like I said, I have all of the information for all this in the description box. Excuse me, Trend Mood does have a code for this brand, and they did post on their page, and that's where I found this. But yeah, I've never tried them. Let me know if you have. Okay, and last but not least, Terra Moons has a collection launching on February 27th at 7 p.m. So I was confused by this palette. Like, I was confused by this launch, and here's why. So they're releasing the Lovers on the Sun palette with this cool, like, undulating packaging that's textured. I love that they're doing textured packaging, by the way. That custom packaging, the textures, it adds to the experience. And if you're gonna pay a lot of money for indie brand eyeshadows, I'm glad that they're kind of upping the ante on that, okay? But there are two versions of the Lovers on the Sun palette. Two versions, but they have the same name. They're like the solar version and the lunar version, but they have the same name on the outside. I couldn't find a different name. They both just said Lovers on the Sun. So how do you know which is which? Do you get both? They have the shade names printed on the inside, right? How do you tell the difference from the outside? If somebody could clarify that for me, that would be amazing, because I could not find pictures for that the outside was different. So is it like a surprise? Is it like a candy bar when you open it on the inside? You're like, yeah, you didn't melt. Like, I have questions. Okay, but there are two versions. So the first version, the solar version, has 3 mattes, and there's like a mustard and kind of like a peachy, deeper orange, and then like a teal Caribbean blue. And then there are 3 sparkly shimmers. There's like a very, very light minty green, and then like golds and kind of like sparkly, like, I don't know if it's shifty, but like silvery color. That's there. And then the lunar version also has 6 pans, but there are only 2 mattes. So there's like a deep purple and like kind of like a pinky purple there. And then there's also 4 shimmers, and those are like sparkly shades, different shades of purple and silver, okay? So those are there. With this, there are also 10 single shades. There are 9 multi-chromes and 1 duochrome. So here's a arm swatch of that. And that's from their website, and if I remember, I will put the creator name there. And then there are also 4 lip gloss shades. Now, there will be a bundle available. So if you get the lunar bundle, 2 of the shades will be the lunar bundle. And if you get the solar bundle, the other 2 shades will be the solar bundle. But the lip glosses will also be available for individual sale. So if that's something that you just wanted to try the one, you have that option. So again, these are launching on February 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And that was delayed. I guess it was supposed to launch yesterday, but they're having shipping issues and tracking issues with the post office, so they delayed it to kind of deal with that. But anyway, for me, this whole collection is going to be a pass. I've not tried Terra Moons yet. I do think that the lunar palette, I think, is really pretty. The solar palette feels a little disjointed to me. There's just something about the color story that I'm sure it's going to create some amazing looks, but for me and how I operate in a palette, it just kind of doesn't tick all the boxes. It is only 6 pans. I did not find pricing for this on their page. When they gave the product info, I didn't see any pricing on any of the posts. So I don't know if they're trying not to scare people away or what, but I don't know what it costs. Anyway, it's going to be a pass for me. It just doesn't do it. You know, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. So, my darlings, that is all I found for you this week. Thank you for watching Pass or Smash. And if you made it this far, will you leave me a sun emoji? Because it is daylight, and I never film in the daylight. Not this anyway. I normally do get ready with me during the day and other type videos. But normally, I'm like drinking a cocktail and filming this at like 11 p.m. because that's when I have the time for it. But anyway, my loves, have a wonderful day. Have the day you deserve. Please don't be an asshole, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.